Pull your hat down tight, Western sporting fans. Letterbuck Pro Services, Southern Western Trails, the newest Southern Hemisphere Western Updates program will be meeting with some amazing individuals from not just here in Australia, but also New Zealand competitors. The first episode brought to us by our friends at MLR Equine Supplies, the distributor of USA Sundowner Trailers. Also Kelly Condon from Bobberg Designs with craftsmanship lifetime guarantee. Thanking also to Cinch Australia, lead don't follow. Find out your nearest stock dealer today at www.maverickswholesale.com.au. Also to Mavericks Western Wear, Bulle Boots, Ceratelli Hats, Cinch Jeans and Shirts, and their Maverick Straws. Check out their website at mavericks.net.au. Also thanking very much to the New Zealand Rodeo Cowboys Association, joined today for their up-and-coming season. Liz Speed Photography, the best in the West, lizspeed.com.au. Also thanking very much to Jamie Seckham Cutting Horses, one of the best professional trainers in the business. Like him on Facebook. Big Country Toys Australia, realistic, affordable, durable, and also Impact Gel New Zealand, world's greatest saddle pad. Let's ride. Good morning and welcome to the first episode of Letterbuck Pro Services Southern Western Trails. My name is Brent Ken, Western Sports Announcer and Music Director, and we are here in Kingaroy, here on the South Burnett of Queensland at Elmora, the home of one of the greats in Western sports, Mr. Mark Buttsworth. Welcome, Mark, to the first ever episode.
Thanks, Brent.
Now, interesting logic to all our viewers about Mark is he is one of the only competitors in the Southern Hemisphere that competes in many different Western sports, such as campdrafting, cutting, Stockman's Challenge and Rodeo, and had many outstanding successes at each level, including qualifying for his finals in Rodeo last season. But a lot of the people know your achievements, such as 2 times Canning Downs Draft champion, the 2 times Champions of Champions winner, the Stallion Draft champion, 4 times Paradise Lagoons champion, and in the cutting industry, 2 times NCHA Non-Pro Futurity champion, an NCHA Non-Pro Hall of Famer and Reserve Open Futurity champion. That's some huge accomplishments there, Mark.
Yeah, thanks, Brent.
Now, what out of all those awards over your career, that you've had such a long, outstanding career, what kind of stands out for you?
Yeah, that's probably hard to sort of pinpoint which ones. They're all special, but I guess in the early days when you're trying to get started, you know, winning the first win at Warwick with the Canning Downs, that meant a lot at the time. But in the Australian Open at Paradise was great. First Concari Stockman's Challenge was great too. They're all good. But yeah, they are some of the ones that were special. Yeah.
And what's your most memorable moment in your long career that stands out the most?
Yeah, I mean the Super Series at Warwick there a couple of years ago was good because of the standard of the event. And yeah, probably the Australian Open at Paradise. That will always mean a lot to me. Yeah.
So when did you first start competing, and who kind of influenced your career and starting in all your Western sports you actually got into?
Yeah, probably in the 80s I first sort of kicked off in a small way, I suppose. Yeah, Wayne Knutson and Bob Black were a pretty big influence on me in the early camp drafting times, and then later on Don Tanner was a big influence on me, just to change you from a bush rider to probably understanding more more about your horse and how they function, all that type of thing, and probably a little bit more of an American influence, I guess. Yeah.
And what type of bloodlines have you got here on the farm, and what kind of aspects of that particular horses and bloodlines you look for your next winner?
Yeah, obviously Double Dock and One Stylish Paptail have been my main stallion influences. But we'll cross up whichever way we have to go. Now with your dual row blood and then the metallic cats and all that sort of thing, they're all sort of coming through. So we mix them up, and the biggest thing is to match your mares to your horse's temperament and body type, to come through with what you want. So we're all the time trying to improve on that. Yeah.
And for the future there, Mark, what's kind of the goals for your career as moving forward and achieving success?
Yeah, I mean, obviously, I still haven't won all of the majors that I'd like to win, So, I mean, obviously the Gold Cup's eluded me at this stage, So, seconds are the first of the losers, and I've had a crack at that. So I'd like to go a bit further. But, I always said, if my time ended now competing, I'd be real happy. It really wouldn't. I wouldn't be unhappy if I finished now with what's gone my way, and I've been looked after. I guess it's been good.
And a little bit of advice for probably up and coming trainers. What's kind of your key elements in when you work on training a horse to become good at what it's used for in different sports?
Yeah, my whole deal is real cow related, Brent. Probably in training, I think a lot of trainers are pattern trainers, and that's fine. But I think if you can really get into your horse's mind and give it messages really from the cow is what makes the quickest and the best cow horse for me.
Yeah.
It's and hard work. There's no, when you feel like that you could have a rest, probably go and work those horses, and you'll find that you'll come out the other end a lot better off.
Yeah. Well, thank you, Mark. We're going to hear a little bit of word from our sponsors, and we'll be back very soon. MLR Equine are a Hunter Valley, New South Wales based and are a distributor for the USA Sundowner trailers, Pro Cutter mechanical cows, shadow trailers and unique quality functional USA Amish made tack and training equipment, including our very own brand of Gal Steel portable tack storage saddle racks, bridle hooks, saddle trolleys and collapsible storage shelves. MLR Equine have recently launched their own brand of MLR trailers of aluminium USA style goosenecks with luxury living and bumper pull floats that are manufactured at our Central Coast, New South Wales workshop by a professional, experienced and passionate team dedicated to building the best trailers in Australia. Watch out for trailers and products on the East Coast at cutting events in 2020, and check out our Facebook page at MLR Equine Supplies to see our unique trailers and products, and visit our website at www.mlrequine.com.au. Bob Berg Designs, established in 1976 with worldwide happy customers and craftsmanship lifetime guarantee. We can handcraft your very own special piece today. We can custom make belt buckles, trophy cups, ladies and gents rings, pendants, earrings, bolo ties, hat pins, hair clips, bracelets, knives, travel cups, flasks, spurs, stirrups and more. Please feel free to call or email or PM Kelly Condon anytime. kelly.bobbergdesigns@gmail.com, 0458727844, or find her on Facebook at www.facebook.com/Bob Berg Buckles Kelly Condon. Welcome back to Southern Western Trails. We're here with Mark Buttsworth. Now for all our viewers, let's learn a little bit more about Mark. Favourite horse, Mark?
Yeah, man, I'd say Firefly. Yeah, she was the mother of a lot of my good mares that I had over the years, and I won my first Open on her, so yeah, Firefly.
Favourite idol or trainer?
Yeah, in campdrafting anyway, Bruce Norton was always who I really admired, mainly because of his balance from yard to outside. He was good at both, yeah.
Favourite event you like to attend?
Yeah, Warwick, yeah.
Definitely Warwick. Biggest score in campdrafting, cutting and fastest time in team roping?
Oh gee. Yeah, well, 93s on normal scored events anyway. That'd be my main score. 75s or 150 type thing in cutting, and not sure about team roping. Probably we'll say mid-10 somewhere there. Yeah.
Favourite sport outside Western sports?
Favourite sport? I mean, really, I haven't got one. Yeah. I just everything I do is animal related, I guess.
Yeah. Favourite singer?
George Strait.
Favourite food?
Yeah, definitely go with steak. Yeah.
Favourite hobbies?
Favourite hobbies? Yeah, probably my dogs. I love working dogs, and I probably don't really call it a hobby, but that's one interest that I'm very very keen on. Yeah.
Where would you like to travel to?
Always, I've been to America, so I would always had a bit of a wondering what it was like in Argentina. It's been a big numbers of cattle there, and I'd probably like to see that. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. And you've also had a lot of great businesses that have backed you throughout your career. Let's hear a little bit about them. Yeah,
I've been really fortunate, Brent. with a lot of good sponsors. In my time, I'll do my best not to forget one. But in the early days, Blue Dog, the clothing side of things was great to me. Then Cinch, which I've been with for a fair few years now. They're great product and good to work with. Mavericks Western Wear, obviously they kind of that they're involved with that, as well as all other products, horse boots and all that sort of stuff that we need and use. Beresford Saddlery, Rodeo bits and spurs, they've both been really big part of my time. Digi Eyes, sunglasses, horsepower, horse feeds, Foresight, you know, which is a joint supplement for our horses. Yeah, I don't think I think I've covered most of them. And you know, saddle pads, you know, we use diamond wool pads. They've been really good to us too, you know, so, and a good product. So the main thing with all of it is that, you know, with sponsors, I'll only take on what I use and what I believe in, I guess. Yeah.
Yep. And for our final question to finish our show here today, what advice would you give to a young aspiring competitor or people in general to achieve success in their careers or life?
I mean, to achieve success, there's no substitute for hard work, so you've got to be prepared to put in. But the main thing I always say is, you know, try to pick somebody that you admire or that you'd like to be like, and you know, and learn and listen to them, you know, because if you jump from one style to another all the time, you know, because animals are repetition learners, it just doesn't really work the same, you know. So if you're consistent with your program by learning off someone that you admire and stick with that, you'll come out with a good product at the end.
Yeah, definitely. Well, there you go, viewers. That is Mark Buttsworth 101. Thanks for joining Mark and myself on the first of many episodes of Letterbuck Pro Services Southern Western Trails. Episode 2, I have the privilege of sitting down with Australian champion rodeo cowgirl Kim Clark from Toogoolawah, Queensland. So make sure you keep watching my page for the next episode. This episode was brought to you by MLR Equine Supplies, www.mlrequine.com.au. Also Kelly Condon from Bobberg Designs, www.facebook.com/Bob Berg Buckles, Kelly Condon. Thanking also the support of Cinch Australia, lead don't follow, www.maverickswholesale.com.au. Mavericks Western Wear, mavericks.net.au. Also thanking to New Zealand Rodeo Cowboys Association. You can find their website at rodeonz.co.nz. Also thanking very much to Liz Speed Photography, lizspeed.com.au. And Jamie Seckham Cutting Horses. You can find them on Facebook and talk to Jamie and Ella today at Jamie Seckham Cutting Horses. Also thanking very much to Big Country Toys Australia, realistic, affordable and durable. And also thanking Impact Gel, New Zealand's world's greatest saddle pad. Hope you all enjoyed the first episode of Letterbuck Pro Services Southern Western Trails. Like and share the first episode. Stay tuned in for episode 2.